We are starting our last module for Unit 6, and that is multiplying mixed numbers. I would like to show you one strategy you can use when you are multiplying mixed numbers. I'm going to show you one strategy today, and I'm going to show you one strategy tomorrow, and then you can choose which strategy you like best to go ahead and multiply mixed numbers. So today the strategy we are going to use, oops, I can't type, is the open array. And like I said, there's another strategy, which we will get to tomorrow. This is the one that we are going to focus on today. So the first problem we're going to start out with is a mixed number by a whole number. So if we have 2.5 by 18, you are going to draw your array and you're going to break apart the two numbers. So do 2.5 on one side and do 18 on the other. And then what you're going to do is break apart 2.5 into the whole number 2 and the fractional part 1/2. And then you're going to break your rectangle to break those two numbers up. And then in this top part of this rectangle, you are going to do 2 times 18, which is 36. And then you are going to do 1/2 times 18, or 1/2 of 18, which is 9. And then to get your answer, you're going to add 36 plus 9, and you are going to get 45. So the answer to 2.5 times 18 is 45. So then what happens when you've got two mixed numbers times each other? So let's say we've got 1 1/4 times 2.5. And we are going to go ahead and use our open array to multiply these out. So when it asks for a sketch, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to make your rectangle. And then you're going to put 1 1/4 on one side, 2.5 on the other. And then you need to break apart your whole number from your fraction. So 1 is the whole number, 1/4 is the fractional part. And then you're going to draw a line to separate them. And then break 2.5 apart, so that's 2. This is 1/2, and then draw your line to separate them. Now you're going to multiply them out in each section. So this first one will be 1 times 2, which is 2. The second one would be 1 times 1/2, and that's 1/2. This box down here would be 1/4 times 2. I'm going to put 2 over 1, and that's 2/4, which is the same as 1/2. And then your last one would be 1/4 times 1/2. Multiply your numerators, 1 times 1. Multiply your denominators, 4 times 2, which is 8. And then you're going to add all of your numbers up together. So you're going to do your 2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/8. Now I don't need to make common denominators in this because I know that 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole. So 2 plus 1 whole is 3 and 1/8. So your final answer up here would be 3 and 1/8. And if you're doing like feet, it would be feet squared would be your label. So you're going to practice your open arrays today in your Bridges books. And then tomorrow you'll check out your answers to see how you did.